6:19 at the grocery store, you can find dozens of different protein bars.
But which ones are good and which ones should you just throw right out of the basket? Here to sort this all out, 23 ABC's nutrition and weight loss expert Lori Tolleson with Morris and Healthcare. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Look at your basket you brought.
I brought all the grown-up goodies.
Well, I don't know. My 14-year-old loves some of those.
I think some of them can be appropriate for kids. At the end, if we have time, we can address age.
Okay, all right, let's just dive into
so
this because I mean, you get assaulted sometimes when you walk into some of these aisles and there are just rows and rows of protein bars.
The retail stores that sell these, like the supplement stores, they're focusing on their the extra money they make on them, so they're going to tell you whichever one they're making the most money off of is the best. So I think sometimes it can be misleading on what's really good and what's not.
Okay.
But all of them in some way have a benefit. So I wanted to focus on that with spring break coming up, people who are still dieting or training. You can actually use these as portable meals or snacks. So I love them in that sense, but you have to make sure you're doing it right and you have to be able to read the label to know what's going on.
Okay, so how about some examples?
Okay, so basically we have some like the Detour bars. Anything over 20 grams of protein technically is considered a meal replacement. So you have some that go anywhere between 20 and 30 grams of protein per bar. This is a pretty big bar. This one tastes like Snickers.
Okay, and that would be a meal replacement.
Meal replacement. So in that case, I think if you're weight training and you're wanting extra protein in the diet, then that's a very appropriate one. Those aren't designed necessarily for weight loss. They have a lot of sugar alcohols in them, so that's one of the things when you're looking at good versus bad, you have to know if you can tolerate sugar alcohols. I found out by eating one. And then I had to go home from work because it did not sit well. My stomach does not know how to metabolize sugar alcohols. So I have to avoid ones that have anything with maltitol, erythritol, or sorbitol. Those three are the main ingredients for sugar alcohols that can be really damaging to the gut. So if you're one of those people who is sensitive, then I suggest you find a more balanced bar, which is my favorite. I actually like these the best, which are more like your Pro-Max bars. So these are the ones, they have between 18 to 25 grams of protein. They don't cut the carbs out, they're actually balanced carbs. So they actually have more of a balanced meal calorie portion. They're between 200 and 400 calories, just depending on which bar you get. I love these if you're trying to do dieting and weight loss, if you are exercising and you're trying to replace a whole meal. These you drink with water and they expand in your stomach, so they actually can keep you full for a while. I love these kinds.
Did you know
These are my favorite. Did you know that?
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so the concentration of the protein and the whey that they have in there actually can be very filling, but you have to make sure you're drinking adequate fluids for it. Snack bars. So if you're portable and you're on the go, my favorite ones, I love these. You can either do a low carb one, which is more Splenda based, where they use a nutritive sweetener.
Like what? Like you're holding one there.
Power Crunch, my favorite. I think I sell everyone on this. You can even get it at Trader Joe's. It is something you can get at almost every store. There's about 9 to 15 grams of protein in these. They're wafer crisp. So they're not quite like a bar, and I love them because they're more of a snack type food. They're 200 calories, perfect for a snack, not a meal replacement. But they have a little bit less carbohydrate, a little more fat in it, but healthy fats for the most part. So be careful with these because they can have higher saturated fat if you're not careful.
And do you have one more you can?
Oh, my favorites, Force, Energy for hiking.
Right there, his favorite.
I'm good with either one. The reason why I like Power Bar is because they use fructose. Fructose is a sugar that metabolizes over time. So it's something that gives you sustained energy. That's the whole point behind the Power Bar. I love them. They have between 8 and 10 grams of protein. They're not very high in protein as far as if you're comparing it to a 30 gram, but they're great for energy, for hiking, for cycling, for long distance energy type exercises. Cliff Bars are great because they're shelf stable.
Well, that sounds like a polite way of saying something.
No, you know, like the Power Bar gets all sticky and squishy when it gets hot. The Cliff Bar doesn't do that, it just softens up. So I like it if you're out in the outdoors. And in Bakersfield, it gets really hot, so you have to be super careful.
Shelf life.
Do you like that? No, it's actually all natural ingredients, so it does have an expiration date. Don't leave it out in the heat too long. But I love them for the fiber content and the balance that they give. So
Lori, this is
fantastic.
Go wrong. We got an adult Easter basket right here.
So happy Easter. I want you guys to stay healthy through the holidays. So enjoy your spring break, but remember there are healthy choices out there. Gas stations, grocery stores, everywhere they have them. So
and cost effective?
Cost effective, especially if you buy them by the box.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Lori Tolleson, thank you.
Thank you.